think we opened a zoo downstairs. Hello, Galaxy. I'm Chris Pirillo, trying to decipher what it is that my daughter is uttering. It's like she's growling. It's possible she's a monster now. I don't know. I'd say little monster, but I think that's a Lady Gaga thing. You tuned into another live edition of the Lockergnome Daily Reporter, TLDR for short. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for turning on notifications. I hope everybody appreciated a break in the normal flow of the videos we post in the other YouTube channel, youtube.com/Chris Pirillo. Yes? Okay. She thinks little pins that were given to her by a couple of the troopers that we met at the video I was just referring to. Her meeting Santa Claus and Darth Vader for the first time in the same day, in the same place. She was more excited to meet Darth Vader, for whatever it's worth. And apparently you could even see that in her face. Not scared at all. Not even remotely. But anyway, she got a couple of pins, like metallic pins, and so she thinks those are coins. I'm going to have to replace those coins that are metallic with maybe some larger coins. Remember, like, old collector coins? Remember those? You know, the metallic coins? Because they'd be large. They wouldn't be hazardous to her health, and that's probably what I'm going to have to do. Yes, this is exactly the moment when Jedi met Darth Vader. Or one of the moments. I think she ran into him maybe a couple times. My video recorder, unfortunately, kind of gave out like 17 minutes in, right before she was about to meet R2-D2 again. She has met R2-D2 before. Santa Claus, she's seen before. Like, Santa Claus gave her a candy cane, but never really interacted with Santa. And then, of course, you know what it was that she asked for, which kind of surprised us. It's going to be somewhat of a challenge to have that Christmas. We may have a separate Christmas specifically to accommodate her wish. Yes! Okay. Did you catch any of that? Oh, don't put it up your nose. Oh, she almost sneezed on her nose. Earl Green comes in with the first super chat of the evening. Don't know if you've answered this question or not already, but what do you think about Johnny Ive reportedly resuming control of design at Apple? Well, Earl, patron Earl Green. We'll see. Okay. Yes. Odd that you would ask that question, as we have in the stack for tomorrow the topic of the video in the Chris Pirillo YouTube channel. The single topic that I plan on covering is as follows. Can Johnny Ives return save Apple? That, I think, is what the title is going to be. That's what I plan on covering tomorrow, as a matter of fact. So I hesitate to tell you how I feel now. I'm going to table that discussion, if you don't mind. I'll likely be addressing it tomorrow morning. The only thing I really wanted to cover tonight, I mean, apart from continuing to answer Super Chats and the questions that are coming in, was talking about some of the things that have just hit my desk, specifically in relation to the holiday season, Christmas, if that's the holiday you choose to celebrate. We choose to celebrate Life Day, which has certain kinds of traditions from Christmas. Just like Christmas took traditions from other cultures, you know, we took some traditions from Christmas. Hope you're feeling better, says Tony Yoon. I guess I am. I don't... Oh, yes, I was feeling sick. Maybe for a day or two. Since flipping to a whole food, plant-based a lifestyle, one, I've discovered it's far more challenging to find holiday goodies and treats. I have found them. I've found gummies that are gluten-free. I'm sorry, not gluten-free. Gelatin-free. And also marshmallows that are gelatin-free. And chocolate is pretty much straight-up dark chocolate, which I loved anyway. But yeah, I haven't been sick for very long. When I've become sick, it's not nearly as intense. Maybe like a 10% intensity, and then it lasts maybe a day or two, and then it's barely hitting me. It's barely impacting me. And I've gotten sick twice since flipping and effectively going to a whole food plant-based lifestyle, no longer eating animal products. So I'm not as sick. And that's why I'm fine. Slightly off topic, there is no general topic here. What was your favorite game growing up? Mine was King's Quest LOL. I knew of King's Quest, not King's Quest LOL. Was that the sequel? Right? It was King's Quest LOL? No, I've had so many favorite games over time. Jumpman Jr. on the Commodore 64. I loved Kid Icarus, the Zelda franchise, at least the first two games on the Nintendo Entertainment System. Didn't really play a lot of PC games. Didn't really even get, that far with a monochromatic screen on the PC back with my first PC. At least the Holmes PC. The Commodore 64 was far greater and more advanced as far as sights and sounds were concerned. Massively. That's kind of a sad story to know kind of what happened with it. They could have been a contender to the current day if it didn't play out the way it did. So, I've had a lot of favorite video games on the Atari, Adventure, The Empire Strikes Back. I mean, it really just kind of depends on the mood I'm in, but it would likely be on a retro type of console. And more than anything, that's what I would enjoy. Did you see the Pixel Star Wars AR stuff? Yes, someone didn't look at my Twitter. That's what Liz is commenting. Someone on YouTube doesn't follow me on Twitter. I would apologize for that, but I'm not the one who needs to apologize. I not only posted it on my Chris Pirillo Twitter account, but I also posted it on the Star Wars Radar Twitter account. So both of them, the Star Wars dedicated channel with 48,000 fellow Star Wars fans following me there for Star Wars stuff, and then also with the YouTube video. We didn't really talk about that today. I talked about 3 reasons why Darth Vader may not have recognized Leia as his daughter, which I believe one of you, and I don't want to say who, but one of the patrons, I thought, brought up that question. So I addressed that on Star Wars Radar today. Take a look at go.tagjag.com/freepoints if you are so inclined to earn gift cards, which we still do at a very slow clip, but it definitely comes in. Today, we didn't get a chance to use a gift card, but I bought some instant coffee for Diana. She requested it. The kind that you just sprinkle a spoonful of, crystallized beans or something, and then the coffee, melts away or something. You can make 120 cups of coffee in this little jar. It's crazy. She says she doesn't mind. I'm like, all right, well, then that's the case, because that's, definitely saving a lot of money there. That's what we usually look to earn gift cards for. Go.tagjag.com/freepoints is what you can use on iOS or Android. Something that just about any one of you could use is actually what I've got right here, sent to me by HBO, and I'm very, very grateful for that. I am very, very happy, because I was not expecting what it was that I received, which is the best kind of gift. As many of you know, pretty much from almost the beginning, I've been a Game of Thrones fan. Not so much for the books, which I know many people are, but more for the production that is played out over the past 7 years. Very much looking forward to the next season, which will be the final season, so I'm not looking forward to it. But I never imagined that I would have this here. But I do now, and it would be one of those types of gifts that I would recommend for others. So, when it comes time to buying a gift for someone, and you don't know what they have, you don't know what they need, but they're a fan of something, usually it's a good bet to shoot for something in that space, especially if you know that they are lacking something within that fandom. You don't want to just get, season 1 of the show. You don't just want to get 2 seasons. That's kind of it's nice, but then that would cause them to complete their collection. Now, maybe they're missing a few seasons here and there, but I never kicked up a collection of discs around Game of Thrones. Now I do have a collection, almost a full collection. It'll be full next year, but this is the complete collection, seasons 1 through 7, not just Blu-ray, but digital as well. That is amazing. I love that. There are so many other television series that I would love to have digital copies of, to boot. But Game of Thrones is absolutely right up there in terms of one of my favorites. Of course, I am House Targaryen, have been pretty much since the first episode or second episode. Can't remember exactly when I felt like House Targaryen, but that was right around the time, towards the very beginning. Very much looking forward to see how this ends, but also not, because I don't want it to end. But this may be something that you would consider. Not just because you know of a Game of Thrones fan, but chances of them having one of these, probably not all that high. And moreover, if they say, I'll just watch it on HBO, yeah, but you can't get to all the episodes as easily or as quickly And of course, having them on disc will be helpful. But beyond that, over 30 hours of bonus features. So as I'm waiting for the final season to come, I'm going to watch all the bonus features. Why not? Plus the fact that I would have access to it digitally. One of the things that I'm looking forward to a lot, as Jedi is substantially older than she is today, is basically rewatching Game of Thrones. Now I'll be able to. So thank you, HBO, for sending that. A nice little gift. Not just for me, but certainly for others. I will place the Game of Thrones seasons 1 through 7 right there. I'm not going to go through and unbox and show you everything, but just so you know, every one of the discs, or what do they still call them, jewel cases? The cases effectively have a different box art, which is really, really nice. I also watched Silicon Valley. Didn't get into Silicon Valley until later. I think it was the second season, but I enjoy that as well. It's how I have spent a great many Sunday evenings. So then they also sent this, a stocking, a full-on stocking that I think Diana could wear. It may be a little large for her. Maybe we may need a second one. I think she would enjoy it. She may have to wear a shoe inside, but they sent a stocking. This is HBO up there. I wonder if that was hand knit right there. No, it doesn't feel like it was hand knit, but it's pretty neat. A little stitch there. Inside we have. Oh no way! This HBO ribbon. That's not what I'm impressed with. Sorry, HBO. That's not it. This. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, this is awesome. Long sleeve shirt, very soft, almost night shirt type of material. In fact, I bet you anything Diana is just going to love this. She won't necessarily understand it with the houses here, but Targaryen's represented naturally, and that makes me happy. As is Stark. You know, you'd think I'd be a Stark fan, but I'm more, Daenerys, I was like, yes, you go. You're in my house. I'm in your house. So this nice little shirt here, very nice. There's that, and I know Diana's going to love that. What else do we have? Oh, a perfect Christmas tree ornament, a holiday tree ornament. If you know anything, you know who this is. Do you know anything? You know nothing. Jon Snow. Unless you did know. Maybe you didn't understand that joke, but trust me, it's good. You have to watch a few seasons to get the joke. But those who do really do understand it. So now I have a Stark or Targaryen. I'm going to say Targaryen. That's just me. To hang on the tree. The holiday tree. We also have, it looks like, a White Walker. The Night King. Ice cube tray, or possibly even crayon tray. We made crayons, like molded crayons, with this silicone rubber, like plastic. You basically put broken crayons on one side, place it in the oven for about 30 to 40 minutes, and then you can pop out the crayons and then color with a White Walker. We also have twin pins, 2 enamel pins. Look at that! House Targaryen again. They didn't even know. HBO hasn't been watching me that I know of, but they, as much as I watch them, they didn't even know I'm House Targaryen. This is like a total Targaryen haul. I'm totally loving this. Woo! Woohoo! There's more. Okay, let me make sure I got everything empty. This is a really nice stocking. It's a very nice stocking. We also happen to have, last but not least, a part of another series, Insecure, and I've watched a couple of episodes of this. T-shirt. I'm insecure, but for different reasons. And then another show that I got into, can't wait for the next season, Westworld. Very, very futuristic. If you haven't watched it, I would recommend it, if only because it kind of gets you thinking about artificial intelligence and technology, and where does our humanity end, and where does it begin. So this is definitely going to be keeping me warm in the heart and on the skin throughout this holiday season, and get me through some really interesting months, because, winter is here. It's no longer coming. It's actually here right now, at least up here in the northern hemisphere. They are who's getting married? I have no idea. Someone's getting married? I missed a wedding announcement here as I turned around. If we're still live, we are still live, Shrog. What are your thoughts on Happy Holidays versus Merry Christmas? Well, I grew up and the only winter holiday that we ever celebrated was Christmas. And then as I grew older and was exposed to a greater many cultures beyond, a very small town, I realized that there are many winter holidays, and that Christmas traditions were largely lifted from other cultures, potentially even other religions. The winter solstice is an earthly event. It's one of the greater reasons why December 25th happens to be Christmas Day and celebrated when it is. But that was a political decision that was made long ago, certainly long before I was alive. I celebrated Christmas as a kid, but I realized, there are many things to celebrate this time of year, not just, in relation to one particular holiday, and, certainly not mine. And if it's tied to religion, I don't think it's very fair to those who celebrate their own religion and don't believe in Christmas, or they don't celebrate Christmas, but they still celebrate a winter holiday. And it seems to me a more fairer approach, and quite honestly, a more respectful approach. By saying happy holidays, I've not said it. That's basically how I've kind of avoided it. I wear a Santa cap. It's what I grew up with. I also make a Rudolph car. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, by the way, is a machination. It's a commercial. Rudolph is not anything more than, I want to say it was Montgomery Ward or J.C. Penney that invented the character decades ago. And now it's, in popular culture, right? So, traditions, come around, and before you know it, they're, part of everything. Some people, still support Festivus, more power to them. I'm fine in saying happy holidays. I guess, to me, I get more offended. This is where I get offended. I get offended when someone tells me Merry Christmas with intent, as if that was the only winter holiday. I'm like, no need to be a jackass about it. I mean, hello. Thank you for the gesture. You'll say Merry Christmas, I'll say Happy Holidays. I'm not going to be rude. Not to say that they were being rude by saying Merry Christmas. It's just that some people make it a point to say it, and that angers me. I think they defeat the purpose of what I guess the spirit should be for this holiday season, this greater holiday season. So color me a fan of Happy Holidays, more so than Merry Christmas, for a lot of different reasons. Just call it Chris Mass. Oh, there we go. It does. My name is in it. Chris Mass. It's me right there. Christopher Chris Mass. I'm mourning the loss of a meeting version of Chris by having a double bacon cheeseburger from Wendy's. Well, don't do that. That's just so wait a minute. You're celebrating by killing yourself? Okay. Not a good idea. Meat's not good for your body, dude. But if you want to destroy yourself, just leave my name out of it. If you want to kill an animal, don't kill it in my name. Thank you very much. I would appreciate that. It's not a good thing to do. That'd be like me, spitting on an elderly woman and saying, "I'm doing that for you, Steve Mannering." It's not a good look for you, dude. No, leave me out of that. I will have none of it. Any other questions? I've seen absolutely no questions come across my desk, so if no other questions are coming in, no other super chats, I'll go ahead and wrap it up. Very happy to do that and move on with my evening, whatever's playing out. I have a couple of Rick and Morty episodes to watch, as well as maybe a couple Robot Chickens, their holiday special, spectacular. 3 more days till Star Wars The Last Jedi. Cannot wait. I will be doing video on that day. It'll be late at night, though. I'll do one reaction video on the Chris Pirillo channel. Then I'll do probably another video in in Star Wars Radar's YouTube channel, and then possibly a late night TLDR. That will make me very happy if you would join us. That'll be Thursday and Thursday night. Going to be some weird scheduling going on, and then I'm going to be trying to see The Last Jedi a few times over the weekend. I got a couple of free movie passes. Actually, there have been a couple of specials that you can get, and you buy a toy and then you got a free movie ticket. So hopefully those passes will work. Have I started rewatching all the Star Wars movies? No, I'm good. Where is the Discord he answers questions from? Right here in the Discord chat. I'm not sure I understand the question. If you're asking how to get into Discord, head over to either my Patreon page or Twitch page. You become a sub on Twitch or a patron on Patreon, and you get access to the Discord chat. So if you want to join the Discord chat 24/7, it's the way to do it. Super, super simple. Become a sub or become a patron. Oh, it's not free. It's exclusive. You get $5 a month. Super, super, super expensive, Especially if you spend $1,000 on a smartphone. I don't think you can afford $5 more. I don't. I understand that's a stretch for a great many of you. So, thank you, everybody, for tuning in. I'm going to go ahead and wind down. I love you. I appreciate you. And at this point, I'm going to leave you to your own devices. May the Force be with you.